Jason Thorne, you in the audience? Hand up, no. Jason just asked, what do you think of Nissan cars?
My sister just bought one actually.
Maybe
weirdly enough, yesterday.
Really?
Well, I saw it yesterday. They've done this kind of bubbly one that looks halfway between a Mini and that Chrysler sort of thing. Yeah. I was quite impressed.
Quite impressed with Nissan cars?
Yeah.
Joel, how long have we got, my friends? Finish that.
Was that a competition-winning question, by the way?
Who was organising the questions? I thought that was quite cute. Do you like Nissan cars? Anyway. What's your name?
Tony.
Tony, you got a question to ask?
Main question I sort of want to ask you is like, how do you, like, you've been in business for a while, so how do you keep the sort of spark of originality?
I don't know. I'm not sure I always do. I mean, that might be one of the reasons I haven't made a Fatboy Slim record for a few years, is that I can't think of anything original to do right now. But I think if you're, I think what you do is you just keep plugging at it and wait until some originality comes again. And then, yeah, I don't know. I kind of, you always sort of trying to feed off young people. I think probably doing gigs around the world really helps because you don't just sit there thinking, oh my God, what do I do next? Something always crops up. But I don't know, you can't be original all the time, which is why sometimes you don't make a record unless you think it's a good one.
Cool. Is there anyone else in the audience who'd like to ask them a question? Yeah, a couple of hands going up. Yeah. Are you?
No.
So that you're going to be playing around with that this year, so are you playing in Dubai? Or will you be
Sorry,
in
Dubai? No, I played in Abu Dhabi at the Formula One, and part of the contract was I'm not allowed to play in the Emirates for 6 months before or after. So sadly not.
Have you thought about doing a live show? Like an actual proper...
A live show?
Yeah, like a live show, like transferring songs into that kind of format.
I have thought about it, and it's just mind-bogglingly difficult.
Because it's hard to, everything's so sequenced and
everything's sequenced, so it wouldn't. We've tried playing it live with the band, and it just kind of sounds like a cabaret wedding band playing. A lot of the original vocalists are either dead or unavailable. No, and every time we've tried it, I mean, I think the closest I've come, I played on the TV in America using the Roots as the rhythm section, with Iggy doing the lead vocals and me playing bass. And that kind of worked to do one-off on a TV show.
Not for a whole show.
Yeah, not for a whole show. I mean, the Gorillaz kind of pulled it off, but it's such a mind-boggling thing trying to make it sound good and get everybody there. And I think...
The Gorillaz definitely pulled it off. I saw them doing their show in Sydney. It was fucking amazing.
But it took they had to have 30 people on stage.
Yeah,
and
that
like I said, like seeing Shadow's production, thinking I wish I could do that. You have to make the decision to go up to that level and spend that amount of time and money. And frankly, I think it wouldn't necessarily be any better than watching me DJ.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good question, though. Very good question.
Anyone else? Yeah, a couple over here. Just get a mic around there. Or you can
Oh.
shout.
Okay, shout.
Just shout.
Northern.
Yes.
The whole shot Brimble of Asher, which we heard earlier, I must say, you made that mainstream, I mean, on radio everywhere. Has there ever been a song that you found so challenging, or a song that you just do not want to remix?
There's been a few songs that I was asked to remix and I tried and I couldn't. One of them was the Chemical Brothers Style Guitar, and they'd done a mix for me, and they're really good mates of mine. And so I was like, all right. And then they gave me the track, and I just sat there for 2 days, and nothing happened, nothing came out. And I thought, rather than do a shoddy remix, I prefer not to do it. Now that's happened a few times, yeah, when people have said, and I've said, look, I don't want to do just another version of this tune. I want to make it better. So yeah, there are some tunes, and there's other tunes where, like, I've got offered Born Slippy, and I just said, no, don't touch it. There's nothing I could do that wouldn't just make it worse. Yeah, so there's certain tunes that are impossible to remix, certain tunes that I just hold in such a pedestal that I wouldn't touch them.
Just one more thing about Beach Boutique. Previously you worked with Bugged Out, I believe, in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Would you ever think of doing a reunion, perhaps, getting the oldies back to the perhaps a new ground, teaching young kids how to do it?
Well, in terms of setting up the gig?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, well, that lot sort of run Creamfields now, so they're still in the biz. I mean, the people who ran Creamfields ran the ones on the beach.
Sure.
An old mate of ours called Jim King. But we kind of do this one. We're doing ourselves. I don't know. Ask me in 6 months' time. if we cocked it up at the Amex, then we might get them back. But they're still mates of ours.
One more question over here.
Did you enjoy going back to the small venues in December?
Sorry?
On your last tour, you were playing smaller venues. Was it good to get back to the small venues?
It was, yeah. I mean, they weren't that small. They were kind of sort of full. I played digital down here, and that was great fun, just to really go back to my roots, quite literally. Yeah, no, it's always, for every really big show you play, they're really exciting, and you get your rocks off on watching everyone. But they are quite sort of hard work, and you do end up sort of, you can only play the really big tunes, so I can't really kind of let loose as a DJ. So it's really nice to get into smaller venues. And the ones near Christmas, it was, apart from digital, we were doing like the outdoor show indoors in ballrooms, which is great fun.
All right, well, I think that's all we've got time for. So tickets for the Big Beach Boutique 5, which is going to be a phenomenal show at the Amex. It's on the 1st and 2nd of June. 32 quid, absolute bargain. You can get them from the Student Union outlets. Why should people go?
Because it's going to be the musical event of the year for Brighton. It might be a one-off. If depending on how it goes, there might never be another gig at the Amex because we don't know how it's going to work. Just because it'll be the event of the year and an opportunity for everyone in Brighton to celebrate our fantastic new football stadium and your resident DJ.
Do you know when you'll finalise the support acts?
Fairly soon.
Okay, watch this space.
Yeah, watch this space.
So thank you everyone for coming along today. Thank you to our Burst listeners and anyone watching on the webcam. I haven't said hello to you. There we go. All that's left to say is to thank Norman Cook for being here and coming back to Brighton University.
And to thank you all for having me.